Breaking news, former President Donald Trump has been ordered to pay $83 million to writer E. Jean Carroll.
The jury issued that verdict just moments ago. The trial was related to defamatory remarks that Trump made toward Carroll, calling her sexual assault allegations a lie. CBS 2's Bradley Blackburn reports from New York.
Former President Donald Trump walked out of the courtroom Friday as one of writer E. Jean Carroll's lawyers delivered closing arguments in the civil defamation case. Carroll's attorney asked the jury for $24 million in compensatory damages for her client, plus whatever amount in punitive damages that will make Trump stop defaming her, arguing that he continued to defame Ms. Carroll even as this trial was ongoing. In a related lawsuit last spring, a different jury found that Trump sexually abused Carroll in the mid-90s and held him liable for defamation, awarding Carroll $5 million. During her closing argument, Carroll's lawyer pointed out the former president did not attend that sexual assault trial, and she claimed he attended this trial because of the money at stake. Trump did return to the courtroom to hear his attorneys make their closing argument. The former president's attorney told jurors that Trump told the truth when he refuted Carroll's claims. In a social media post Friday, Trump called it a one-sided trial, where the other side is allowed everything and we are allowed nothing. A day earlier, Trump took the witness stand for just a few minutes, testifying that he 100% stands by his deposition, in which he claimed not to know Carroll and called her mentally sick. Trump's attendance at the trial follows big victories over GOP rivals in the New Hampshire primary and Iowa caucuses as he campaigns to secure the Republican presidential nomination. Bradley Blackburn, CBS News, New York.
Yeah, Bradley, thanks for that. You did leave out something that we think is pretty important. Trump snuck off before the verdict was read. He knew what was going to happen, and he didn't want to be there. He could not face it. What he did instead was he headed to Las Vegas for a campaign event, a rambling, sweaty event where he talked a lot, almost entirely about his cognitive abilities, which have been questioned by other members of the press and his opponent, Nikki Haley. And it's interesting because in the middle of talking about his cognitive abilities, an interesting thing happened. Let's see what that was.
Or they give you 6 names in a row. I took a lot of heat on this. They give you 6 names in a row at the beginning. Sir, I'm going to give you 6 names. Good. They look at him. A chair, a hat, a badge, a necklace, and they vote.
Yeah, let's definitely see that again.
A chair, a hat, a badge, a necklace, and they vote.
So there he is discussing his cognitive abilities, and he can't count to 6. That wasn't the only interesting thing that happened during that speech. We also had this moment.
I said, is it tough? He said, yeah.
Talking about the cognitive test
The first
still.
couple of questions are easy, like they'll have a lion, a giraffe, a whale, and a shark. And they'll say, which one's the lion, okay? And that's all the press covered, the first question. They didn't cover the last question. Multiply 4,733. Multiply times 7. Divide, without paper and pencil, by the way. Divide it by 4. Add up another 37 and a half, 0.5. I remember that. And what's your number? How many people in this room could do it? Not too many.
Of course, that is all a complete fabrication. He says that he remembers the 0.5. I don't know what, like fever dream, what Adderall-fueled hallucination caused him to remember the 0.5. There is no math of that sort on the test he's referring to. So let's look at this test he's always talking about. This is called the Montreal Cognitive Assessment, or the MOCA test. And as you can see here, this is for detecting cognitive impairment related to the condition. And as I noted, there's no math of the sort he described. In fact, there's no math of any significant sort. The closest that we get is this section where The tested individual is asked to subtract 7 from 100, and then keep subtracting 7 from the answer until they're told to stop. No 0.5s, no divided and times and all that nonsense. It just isn't there. Donald Trump is lying once again. But I think we don't need to see the results in this test because he gave us an excellent example of his cognitive ability right here.
Or they give you 6 names in a row. I took a lot of heat on this. They give you 6 names in a row at the beginning. Sir, I'm going to give you 6 names. Good.
Yes.
They look at them. A chair, a hat, a badge, a necklace, and they vote. A chair, a hat, a badge, a necklace, and they vote.
There he is, failing a cognitive test right in front of our eyes, asking himself to list 6 things, and he lists 5 within seconds. He never goes back. He never corrects himself or notices the error that he made. It's an excellent example of the state of his mental health right now and his cognitive ability. Well, I think that's about all we have time for. And before you go, check our website. Go on over to permanentmajority.us. That's permanentmajority.us. And once you're there, click on all of our social medias and follow, join whatever the nomenclature they have, and then hit that donate button because we know you want to do it. Today's the day to do it. You can pick any number you want. We have some suggestions, but it's all up to you. And before you go, make sure to hit that like button. It really helps the channel, and we need subscribers. So subscribe, and hit that bell because you know what that sound means? That means you're getting all the notifications that you want and need. And before you go, take a look at this.
Grow up here. Everyone just get their heads out of the pie that's in the sky, thinking that Donald Trump is going to offer you something you don't have. If you don't have it, he's damn sure not going to give it to you. So just stop pretending that the light bulb is going to go on and all of a sudden you're going to walk in the room and magically have all the things you've ever wanted. That's not what Donald Trump does. He's not Santa. He's not anything other than out for himself. And the moment you understand that, you kind of realize the guy that's sitting at 1600 Pennsylvania Avenue, yeah, he actually gives a damn about you. He's trying his best. I disagree with some of his policies, but you know what? It's a damn sight better than the guy who wants to be a dictator.